Okay guys, what is going on? In today's video, we're going to take a look at unlocking the USS Saladin. Awesome ship. And happy December to everyone. Hope you're having a great one. So without further ado, let's take a look and let's unlock the USS Saladin. So let's take a look at what are some of the requirements for this. It took a lot of patience to get all these blueprints. Mainly through Armada events, collecting those Federation credits. Like, it has been a long journey to get here, but we are here finally. So let's go over here now. Let's take a look here. And here we are, the USS Saladin, 3-star uncommon ship. Really super impressive. Really impressed with this ship. So without further ado, let's take a look at the build quality of this. So it's an interceptor class, 3-star, and right out of the gate it's 286. And let me take a look here. So take a look at what it takes to build this, right? So it takes about 2,200 common crystal and 275 common gas, 1.3 million titanium, and only 64,000 dilithium. So again, this is not a huge not a huge obstacle, obviously, but again, the blueprints is a huge obstacle, right? So that is pretty freaking crazy. And we can do this, guys. Like, we can friggin' do this. Okay, so we don't have enough common refined crystal, so I'm just gonna use my latinum. So it's about 772 latinum. So this isn't too bad considering. So I'm just gonna click convert. And it's gonna take about 7 days, 12 hours to do. But we are going to try and speed through this as much as possible for you guys. So this, again, Saladin, plus 15% to the shield health of all ships on the station. This is a good defense ship as well as a good attack ship. And I think, it is totally worth it. Totally worth it. So without further ado, let's start building it. All right, so building the USS Saladin. We are, of course, Federation, and we click ask for help here. But of course, we don't need a lot of help. So, here we are with the USS Saladin. So let's go ahead and let's speed this thing up. So we're going to hit speed up here. And we have a finite number of speed up tokens. Let's just use the day tokens here. Okay. All right, so we just eliminated 7 days. We're gonna burn through an 8-hour and two 2-hour ones, and a 30-minute one, and a 10-minute one. All right, and we have just finished construction. So without further ado, let's build this thing and let's take a look at it. All right, so here we go. Look at this friggin' ship. This is awesome. Look at this, guys. The USS Saladin right here. Super impressive ship. Been wanting to build this for a while now. And here it is. An interceptor class NCC 0500 USS Saladin. I am super impressed with this ship. Super duper impressed, guys. That is just friggin' awesome. Huge amount of firepower to go with this ship. And, this is a Klingon killer, a Romulan killer. Like, this ship, once you upgrade it past tier 7, tier 8, like, this ship is a killer of a class. And I'm really looking forward to using this ship and upgrading it to the best of my ability, because I think this can really take on a lot of stations. So yeah, this is a super impressive ship to begin with. So let's click done here. And that was the USS Saladin. That is a pretty awesome ship. So let's switch out the Kumari for a second, because while the Kumari is super impressive, we want to take a look at the USS Saladin. So without further ado, let's click here. And here it is, out of the gate, station defense, it is about 318, 319. So again, this is super impressive ship. And we're going to take a look at the stats right here. So let's take a look here, guys. Assigned ship. Oh boy, look at this. Look at this ship. 318 right out the gate. Protector. So when the station or the USS Saladin gets attacked, it increases the shield health of all the ships and the defense platforms by 15%. This is a huge amount of protection for the station. And obviously the 15% does go up, I assume, dependent on the tier of the ship. So again, this is friggin' awesome ship. And, you know, if you're Federation, you should be getting one too. So let's take a look here. And we have on the hunt. Okay, cool. So let's take a look here. So warp range isn't too great right now. It's only 28. But, you know, we can totally upgrade this thing. And so Dr. Shrink is asking, how can you go over how much of the blueprints cost from the Federation store? So I certainly can. So let's take a look at factions for a sec, because I want to show you what it really takes to upgrade this. So again, this is super impressive. So I'll go to factions, and as you can see here, my Federation faction points, I'm almost at Associate here. So I'm almost at Associate. I'm almost at the level where I can get the USS Intrepid, although I think it's going to take a lot more Federation credits to take a look at that. So let's go down here. So again, the Mayflower, 20 out of 80. Like, Mayflower is a good ship. It's a really good ship in Armadas, actually, if you're planning on getting the Mayflower. Antares, and here we have the Saladin. So again, it's 100 blueprints to get, and you can get a lot of blueprints as well through participating in rare armadas and epic armadas. So I highly recommend doing that too. So let's take a look here at the USS Saladin. So one chest, you get one blueprint, so 200, right? So 200. So let's work this thing out. So basically it takes 20,000 credits to get the USS Saladin. So obviously that is a huge amount of credits. But in the past couple of months, I already have like 8,600, and that's taking into account that I've already spent some credits on offices as well. So obviously, to unlock the Saladin takes about 20,000 credits. So that's a huge amount of credits. But, you know, obviously keep up the research, because that's going to increase the amount of credits you get. Keep doing the missions, and pretty soon you'll reach the 20,000 mark needed for the USS Saladin. Now, this is considering, like, I don't do a lot of missions. I've hardly done missions in the past couple of months, but in that time, I've already gotten enough to get the USS Saladin. So it doesn't take too much time at all. So again, it's a huge amount of credits. I mean, like, I'm pretty close to getting the Interceptor, but I think that's going to be like at least like 50,000 credits. That's what I can see. And the Enterprise, that I don't even know, like 200,000 credits, like who knows, right? Like, huge amount. But the point is, 20,000 credits is a huge amount. But doing missions, you know, upgrading, like, the point is, I've done all my daily goals for today, and I got loads of credits for it just by mining gas. If you're Federation, of course. If you dual faction, you can still do it, right? So obviously, like, there's a huge amount of stuff which goes into it, and that is the USS Saladin. I mean, 318 right out the gates. Like, take a look at the upgrades here. So I don't think it takes a lot to get it past tier 1, possibly a lot of titanium, but take a look at this, right? So all you need is common materials, But for those players who are like 26 or above, it does take a lot of Latinum because, you know, all of you 3-star players, sorry, you're not going to be mining all that 2-star material. Sorry, the 3-star uncommon material. So again, look, this takes common refined gas, common refined ore, crystal, sorry. And, you know, this one takes 70 common. The parts is, the parts is really going to get you guys. So, you know, you can use up a lot of Latinum with the parts and also with the common materials. So take that into account too. So anyway, so the point is, impulse engines take a lot of Latinum. Warp engines potentially could take a lot of Latinum too in the future. Cargo bay is going to take a lot of Latinum. And look at these MK2s, right? So these are pretty powerful weapons. Armor piercing is a huge one for interceptors. They are very good at armor piercing. You know, very poor defense, but very huge attack. So that's something to definitely take into account here. So obviously, like, this is a huge amount, like phaser turrets as well. So again, this ship has a mixture of energy and kinetic weapons. So you'll want officers on your ship which really utilize energy and kinetic weapons, and possibly armor piercing. Like, that is something which I'd highly recommend. And since the new update, guys, obviously, like, officers have completely changed. Faction ships have completely changed. The Saladin is still a pretty powerful ship. People still use it. But obviously, like, other faction ships are as powerful too. So keep in mind when you're doing that, obviously. I mean, like, take a look at ships here, right? So, like, if you have a Saladin, for example, like, it's going to do a lot better than like any of these Valkymaris, but also the tier 1 faction ships. So the Legionary, that's kind of the first tier of the Federation faction ships, and that's going to take a lot of stuff too. So you have to really consider, you know, what path you want to go down to. If you're a free-to-play player, consider going down the Augment path. So let me take a look here. Factions. Augment, I really haven't utilized mine too much. But if you're a free-to-play player, which many people are, you can go down this path, grind it out for free, and get all of these amazing officers. Look at this. Khan, you have the ability to get Khan. 50% chances to drastically reduce the opponent's station and ship's mitigations for 2 rounds. So this is a huge amount of power here, which you can get for free, by the way. You can get all of this for free just by... And these officers can go in your Saladin, for sure. Joachim, obviously, like, minus 10% to all opponent ships and defense platforms. Very good at attacking stations. Like, guys, like, why are more people not doing this? I don't know. But this is something which... And look at this. 20% to ship's repair speed. Like, these are fantastic officers, which you can get for free. And I believe in 2020, we're going to see more Augment officers, more Romulan officers, more Klingon, more Federation officers. So obviously this list is going to be improved. But why not get in early and lock in your Augment faction officers for your Saladin for sure? Why not, right? I should be doing it too. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start grinding out Augment for officers, because that is something which our alliance is doing. The Fire Alliance on Civ 8, we're really grinding out kind of all those Augment officers, and it's something you should be doing too. Alright guys, that is it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Fortis Gaming for all the latest in Star Trek Fleet Command, and I hope you've had a great time today. Been going over the USS Saladin, some of the officers you can use, Tier 1, and stay tuned for the future. Alright guys, that is it for now. Dr. Shrink, all you other guys, hope you've had a great one watching today. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channels. And yeah, hope you have a good one, guys. Alright, see ya.
You say it's all my fault, I walked away from it all those memories haunting our fall. A single life has come at the right time. I gave you a chance to treat me right. I'm a blank canvas you can paint. Draw yourself a future with me. It's a mystery what awaits. Oh, it's a miracle life. It's a miracle day.